Hello and welcome to Telltale Thursday. Today I'm going to be reading a story from the classic tales of Brer Rabbit. And if you guys don't know, the word Brer, that actually means like brother. It's like a title. So when it says Brer Rabbit, it's like Brother Rabbit. So the author of this story is Joel Chandler Harris, and it was illustrated by Don Daly. So I don't know if you are familiar with these type of books with the Brer Rabbit, but what they are trickster tales. So what I want you guys to really pay attention to is who is the trickster and who is going to be tricked. Let's see what's going to happen. This one is called The Great Race. Of all the creatures on the old plantation, one of the smallest and one of the smartest was Brer Turtle. Now, Brer Turtle was a calm, quiet creature who always considered things very seriously. When he spoke slowly, choosing his words carefully. So it seemed all the more surprising when Brer Turtle got himself into a race with Brer Rabbit. It all started one day near the pond. Brer Turtle was just waking up and beginning to emerge from his shell when he noticed something strange in front of him. A very large pink nose and whiskers just outside of his shell. "Hello in there!" echoed the nose and whiskers. Brer Turtle thought he was dreaming. "I said, 'Hello!'" repeated the nose. Then it laughed. This was no dream. Brer Turtle slowly stuck out his neck to see what was what. There sat Brer Rabbit, sitting comfortably on a stone and chewing on a reed. A reed is like a branch. Brer Turtle should have known. "Morning, Brer Turtle," said Brer Rabbit. "I don't mind saying that you're one of the slowest wakers I've ever met." Brer Turtle yawned. "I may be a slow waker, Brer Rabbit, but I'm faster than you'll ever be. Once I get myself going and I have my morning fish." He meant brain-wise, of course, so he was talking about being smart. But Brer Rabbit didn't know what the turtle meant. He didn't realize that Brer Turtle was talking about fast thinking. So he took his statement as a challenge. "So, you think you're faster than me, huh?" "Yup," said Brer Turtle. "Always have been, always will be." He was quite proud of his mind. "Then I guess you wouldn't mind joining me in a little test, eh?" said Brer Rabbit. "Not a bit," said Brer Turtle. He liked a good quiz. "What'll it be? Reading, writing, or arithmetic?" Brer Rabbit laughed. "You'll need more than that to beat me, Brer Turtle." He got up and threw down his reed at the turtle's feet. "High noon, my house. Once around the old plantation. Be there." Brer Turtle realized that he had misunderstood Brer Rabbit's challenge. Once around the old plantation? What kind of test is that? He knows he's faster than I am, but I can't let Brer Rabbit get one up on me. Brer Turtle thought, "I've got to find a way to beat him." Brer Rabbit was far and away the fastest animal on the old plantation. Brer Turtle knew that there was no way he could fairly beat him. But then again, there was nothing fair about Brer Rabbit. So why play fair? After he had had his morning fish, Brer Turtle was thinking much more clearly. He had 3 sons, each one the spitting image of his father. Now, Brer Turtle had a plan. I wonder what he's thinking. Keep that in mind. He said he has 3 sons, the spitting image of him. So let's see. Soon it was high noon. Brer Turtle sent each of his sons to hide in a different spot along the path of the race. Then he met Brer Rabbit at the starting line. "Ready to lose, Brer Rabbit?" asked Brer Turtle. "The day I lose to you is the day I dance on my ears," sniffed Brer Rabbit. Brer Buzzard was the judge. "All right, you two, once around the old plantation. On your marks." Brer Rabbit and Brer Turtle took their marks. "Get set." Brer Rabbit and Brer Turtle set their feet. "Go!" And off they went. I wonder what's going to happen. Brer Rabbit sped out of sight. Brer Turtle scurried along as fast as he could for about 5 feet. Then he began to walk slowly down the path. When Brer Turtle had rounded the bend and the starting line was out of sight, he doubled back through the woods to wait near the finish line. Brer Rabbit knew he was way ahead of Brer Turtle, so when he rounded a curve where a huge oak tree stood, he decided to take a little rest. Brer Rabbit leaned against the shady trunk and closed his eyes. "Mighty nice here in the shade, isn't it?" said a familiar voice. Brer Rabbit opened his eyes. There was Brer Turtle. Actually, it was Brer Turtle's eldest son, but Brer Rabbit thought it was Brer Turtle. Where you?" said Brer Rabbit. "Well said," said Brer Turtle's son. Brer Rabbit was too confused to speak. He got off and took off running even faster than before. But just when he rounded another bend, he tripped and fell, ears over heels. Brer Rabbit got up and walked back to see what it tripped over. From a distance, it looked like a rock. But as he got closer, he saw that it was no rock. He had tripped over a shell. Brer Turtle's shell, to be exact. Brer Turtle. Actually, it was Brer Turtle's second son. He picked his head out. "Have a nice trip?" he asked. "But you back there," said Brer Rabbit. "Couldn't have said it any better," said Brer Turtle's second son. Said Brer Rabbit, speeding off again. But Brer Rabbit was taking no more chances. No rest, no rocks, just a straight line to the finish. For a while, it was smooth running, and Brer Rabbit was flying down the road at full speed. He felt sure that the race was his. That is, until he rounded the next bend and spotted a small creature ahead. Brer Rabbit squinted to see what it was. It couldn't possibly be. No. Nevertheless, he turned on the speed, and in a few moments, he was neck to neck with Brer Turtle again. Brer Turtle's third son smiled at the rabbit and kept moving. So do you guys see what's going on? No! This? How? Said Brer Rabbit, his eyes wide. "I love to chat," said Brer Turtle's third son, "but I'm in the middle of a race right now. Gotta go." Brer Rabbit was stunned. He picked up speed, passed the turtle quickly, and headed toward the finish line. Brer Rabbit rounded the final bend. The finish line was just ahead. Brer Rabbit looked back to see that Brer Turtle had dropped out of sight. Brer Rabbit dug in his heels and headed for home. He was running faster than he had ever run before. He was running so fast that when he did cross the finish line moments later, he had to grab a nearby tree to stop himself from running past the spectators. Spectators are people that are in the audience and they're watching the race. "Ha!" he yelled, panting heavily but dancing with victory. "I've won! I've won!" "What did you win?" asked a slow voice. "The race, you fool! I won the..." Brer Rabbit stopped cold. There, Right in front of him was Brer Rabbit. "I don't know what race you won," said Brer Turtle, "but it wasn't this one." Brer Rabbit couldn't believe his eyes. Brer Turtle just looked at him and said, "Well, go ahead." "Go ahead and what?" asked Brer Rabbit. "Go ahead and dance on your ears," said Brer Turtle, calling over the other three sons. Each one was carrying a musical instrument. Brer Turtle laughed loud and slow. "I can't wait to see this," he said. Brer Rabbit couldn't speak. He had been beaten in more ways than one. He couldn't deny it. So he stood on his head, began moving his ears, and danced to the music of the turtles. What did you guys think about that story? Now remember, I said that as I was reading this, I wanted you to tell me who was the trickster and who was being tricked. So, in the great race, who was the trickster? If you guys are thinking that Brer Turtle was the trickster, then guess what? You are correct. But not only was he the trickster, we had some other tricksters. Who were the other tricksters? And if you're thinking the three sons, yes, you are correct again. They were in on the trick. And so who was the person that was being tricked? It was Brer Rabbit. Because if you guys are familiar with these stories, you'll know that usually Brer Rabbit is the one who's doing all the tricking. But this time, it was his turn to be tricked. So thank you for joining me in reading The Great Race of the Telltale Thursday.